This is At Your Name in the key of E. I'm going to start by teaching the chorus first, and then we'll back up and learn the introduction and the verses and the bridge after. Your left hand is going to be placed in the top half of the E scale, which is going to look like this. This is your left hand position, top half of the E scale. Your first chord is going to be the E sus, E to E2, and it's going to look like this. Here's your E sus, here's your E, and here's your E2, and then back to the E. We'll use a quarter note pattern as we play this chorus, and here's what the first line looks like. Lord of all the earth, we shout your name, shout your name. For the C sharp minor 7, we're going to play the exact same pattern we just did in the right hand, but go to the C sharp in the left hand, and that will look like this. Filling up the skies with endless praise, endless praise. So again, the first two lines. Lord of all the earth, we shout your name, shout your name. Filling up the skies with endless praise, endless praise. Then we have Yahweh, Yahweh, which is a B sus to a B. So the fourth finger is naturally in line for the B. And here's your B sus with the B, the E, and the F sharp in your right hand. And it's going to resolve to the B. So Yahweh, Yahweh. Then we have the A2 chord next. And that looks like this. Your pinky in the left hand is naturally in line to play the A note. And then the A2 right here looks like this in your right hand. And then, of course, ending on the E chord after that. So starting at Yahweh and the B sus. Yahweh, Yahweh, we love to shout your name, oh Lord. And you can switch back and forth from the E to the E2. That's the chorus. Altogether, it looks like this. Lord of all the earth, we shout your name, shout your name, filling up the skies with endless praise, endless praise. Yahweh, Yahweh, we love to shout your name, oh Lord. In the introduction of this song, you have an E over G sharp, which looks like this. E chord in the right hand and then the G sharp in the left. What we're going to do is spread out these notes to make a nice open sound. And what we're going to do is, if you build your tetrachord plus a whole step for the E chord, we are going to take away the third note in the tetrachord plus a whole step and then just add the one note at the top. So you're going to have a 1, a 5, and a 1 of the tetrachord plus a whole step. And that G sharp is the third of the chord. So we're going to play that right here. Your left hand position for these next two chords will just be looking like this. Keep your pinky on the C sharp and your thumb on the G sharp, and you can't go wrong. So here's how we will play the E over G sharp. And that will be the rhythmic pattern. You can play it with me. That's how you'll play your E over G sharp. Then we have an A over C sharp. And to get this one, the only finger we will change in the right hand is moving this one to here. And that is how we'll do the A part in the right hand. The C sharp we'll play in the left hand. So middle, bottom, middle, top. That's your A over C sharp. To switch back to the E over G sharp is easy. We'll just keep these common tones E's the same, and then this middle finger will go back to the B. Here's your A over C sharp. E over G sharp. A over C sharp. That will be the intro of the song. It will also be the first two lines of the verse. At your name, the mountains shake and crumble. At your name, the oceans roar and tumble. Now, what we're going to do with our left hand is switch it back down to the top half of the E scale, which is right here. That's the top half of the E scale. So your left hand will switch back to this position, and then you have a B chord in the right hand. So you'll switch back to that one B chord you know. At your name, you can see the fourth finger in the left hand is already naturally falling on that B. At your name, angels will bow. The earth will rejoice. We're going to use this inversion of the E at this point. You've been playing this inversion, but all we're going to do is throw that G sharp on the bottom, and we're going to play this inversion of the E at this point because it was closer to the other chords. Your people cry out, and here's the B. Now, to add a little bit of rhythm at that point, you can go like this. So on the B, 1, 2, 3, and 4, C sharp minor, 2, 3, and 4, E, 2, 3, and 4. Then to build it, do the quarter note pattern. So it'll sound like this. At your name, angels will bow. The earth will rejoice. Your people cry out. And then of course into the chorus, Lord of all the earth, we shout your name, filling up the skies with endless praise, Yahweh, Yahweh. We love to shout your name, oh Lord. When you finish the word Lord on the chorus, you have the option, instead of playing the E to the E2, to jump right back to your intro chords, the E over G sharp and A over C sharp. So you could play, if you wanted, we love to shout your name, oh Lord. If you're playing with a band, this works well because the rhythm section will be carrying all the rhythm. Let's jump to the bridge now. You have a B over D sharp. So we'll put our left hand right back into the top half of the E scale position. And here's your B chord. When you're playing the third note of the tetrachord plus a whole step, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here's the third note, and you have the third also being played in the left hand, it sounds really nice to take away the third note in the right hand. It makes a nice open sound. So here's your B over D sharp. There is no one like our God. So every time we see that B over D sharp, we will leave the third note out in the right hand. There is no one like our God. Here comes the C sharp minor. We will praise you. And then of course down to the A2, praise you. Back to the B over D sharp. There's no one like our God. We will sing, we will sing. There is no one like our God. We will praise you, praise you. No one like our God. We will sing, we will sing. Back to the chorus. Lord of all the earth, we shout your name, and so on and so so forth until the end of the song. I would suggest when you get to the word Lord at the end of the chorus, at the end of the song, to go back into the intro that we showed you with the E over G sharp and the A over C sharp. So it would be Yahweh, Yahweh, we love to shout your name, oh Lord. And then jump back up to end the song. And you can end the song that way.